And so she's almost been critical of other premiers in terms of overreacting to just a small number of cases, yet here she is holding a press conference to announce one case. It's an interesting decision because she could have sent the health minister out to do it. Indeed, a couple of weeks ago, Gladys Berejiklian was saying once people get vaccinated, we need to stop talking about the cases and start talking about the hospitalisations. Different message today, out there announcing one case. Look at the contrast.
Measuring cases every day isn't going to cut it once the vaccine's rolled out. We don't really count how many people have a cold, but we do talk about how many people with a cold have to be admitted to hospital, or unfortunately how many people succumb to the disease. And that's the way we have to think about COVID, because when you open international borders, even though we're vaccinated, many of us might still get it, but we won't be hospitalised. We might still pass it on, not to the same extent. And if I get it and I'm at home for 3 days, but then I go back to work and I'm not infectious, I don't think the public needs to know about that. But if I end up in hospital with severe complications, well, then that's something the public needs to know about. The three of us were literally in a health meeting just over an hour and a half ago to be advised that we have a case of community transmission in New South Wales. The gentleman is in his 50s, very active in the inner east. Our job now is to get on top of it, to identify any other potential cases, to identify the source.
So there you go, Kieran, quite a dramatic press conference. Now, she had a situation in the Parliament last night. Her candidate for Upper House President didn't get up. The government was effectively defeated. Did the Premier think, if I don't show up at this, it's a bad look, it looks like I'm avoiding the press? That is one potential aspect. But it is interesting to see her say, don't get carried away over a small number of cases, and then out there making a big deal, big announcement of one case. The most interesting thing that we'll watch this afternoon on Afternoon Agenda for you and bring to you as soon as we know it is what the other premiers do. Let's hope they don't overreact. Let's hope there's not state border closures. If they have to do any restriction at all, it should just be around people who've visited those particular venues that gentleman did, Kieran.